Well, Car, certified high performance coach, here with another Sunday conversation. Yo, what up? Hey, look, I hope that you had a great Sunday. I hope that you took some time for yourself. For me, it's always scheduled Sunday. And so for me, I'm scheduling out my week, looking at things I need to go get done, looking at what really needs to be able to get accomplished. And, that whole thing about handling hard better, that's a big thing for me. If you didn't check that out, check it out. I dropped a story about it and everything else about how is it that we handle the hard things better. Because the thing that we are guaranteed to do is to have those hard things. That's what we're guaranteed to have in our life. So, drop a hashtag replay for me if you're checking this out on the replay. I always appreciate our replay listeners. It's really, really great. And so I really want to share with you right now about this Sunday conversation. So we are being attacked by the LIHOs. Okay. And so I don't mean Leos. I'm a Leo. Leos are great. We're terrific leaders. We put it all together, everything as far as that. But the LIHOs, and what that means is low information, high opinion. Say that back with me. Low information and high opinion. So when someone is low information, high opinion, what happens is that they don't take in very much information, but they are fully willing to be able to put opinion out here into the space. And so you see this a lot. It's something that really plagues us in the coaching and consulting space, because many times when someone is a coach or consultant, that is just a pretty word for unemployed. That's what it is, all right? So I don't want you to trip out about that or whatever along those lines. It just means that they aren't really working on anything right now. So we have to be very careful about who it is that we entrust our business to, who it is that we entrust in order to be able to help us level up. Not necessarily is it that they have to have gone to the highest of heights. That's not necessarily it, okay? There's lots of different ways that you can gain expertise in this world, but they have to have practiced something in order to have been able to get to that expertise. They have to have been able to practice something and do something in order to do so. So we have too many people who are low information yet high opinion. So we're not taking in any content, or we're taking in limited content for one limited space. And then we have really high opinions and bluster and be able to do, Macbeth, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That was one of my dad's favorite quotes from Macbeth. And that's the life it is that we live in right now, where people are blustering and blowing about all kinds of crap that they really don't know about. So I want to be able to help you to be able to not be a Leo, okay? Because it really is, it's not a good look for you. It's not a good look for your business. It's not a good look for what it is you're trying to be able to create. We need to be able to be taking in information. And it is absolutely ridiculous at this point in time with the way that information is available to us. See, I'm old enough to remember, many of you, look, I'm unk to some of you people now, okay? All right? So many of you remember what it was like for, you don't remember what it was like to have a dial-up. Okay, or even before there was dial-up internet, just to have to go to an encyclopedia. So you go to a nice encyclopedia, and you be like, "What's up, Brett? Brett, you may remember that. You go to an encyclopedia, and you look up something, and that would be the way that you got information. Okay, and so you had to wait until the next encyclopedia came out in order to be able to get your information updated. Then we got to the point where we had dial-up internet. And with that dial-up internet that was there, to go all the whole time as far as that and wait. And we just think that was amazing, because in a matter of 20 minutes, I'm able to get an answer that it was going to take me looking through a bunch of different books, be able to find to be able to get it. Now we want things instantly. And so the fact that things are available instantly to us, whether it's through Google, whether it's through AI, whatever it's through, we have all this information that's here in front of us. So it is absolutely ridiculous to be low information at this point in life. Okay? But what happens is that we're low information and high opinion. And so, look, that allows for us to, and I'm not calling anybody a dummy, but it allows for us to be viewed as a dummy because we have all this information that's available to us, yet we're not partaking in it. So the first thing I want you to do in order to be able to avoid falling into that Leo cup, to that low information, high opinion cup is first stay curious. I need you to be really, really curious. Before you speak about something, ask, do I really know what I'm talking about? So I'll tell you, when I talk about things as it relates to structuring, to business, to marketing, I speak about things because I know what I'm talking about. Not because I just kind of like just hanging on. Many times people will tell you, oh yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Let them show you something. I've never been afraid of the hot seat. Never. Like, you can sit on with me, ask me a question about something, and guess what? If I don't know it, I will tell you that I don't know. But I also will know that where to go find the answer. But I know it off the top of my head, and that's okay. But we have to stay curious as far as in finding the answers, being able to find it, being able to get it knocked out. That's really important for us to be able to do so. Otherwise, we'll find ourselves in that LIHO bucket, that low information, high opinion bucket. And so we want to make sure that we don't do that, okay? Really do the work. We live in a place where Google is free, okay? And answers are everything. We shouldn't just react to things. And it doesn't mean that the first thing that you find on Google is going to be the correct answer either. Let's do a little bit of research. Let's look and find out and be able to put it. Because what happens is that what we find ourselves doing many times is being loud and wrong. And what are we doing? Why at this point in time in life should we ever be loud and wrong when we have all these opportunities in order to be able to move forward, in order to do it? Okay? So I'm going to ask you to do another thing. I'm going to ask you to listen more and talk less. So here's a really key sales tactic. If selling is a part of your business, a part of your life, which guess what? It's a part of your life no matter what. Listen more to what people say and talk less, because when you listen more to what it is they say and what it is they're talking about and what it is they're doing, then they'll tell you what's necessary. They'll tell you what is necessary. They'll tell you what it is that needs to be able to get done. Okay? Also need you to be open to being wrong. Look, I'm wrong a lot. A whole lot. And so I will cop to it. I will say, hey, I was wrong about that. I was wrong about this thing, whatever it is. But I am someone that is passionate about finding the right answer and being able to do it. Okay? The truth crushes your belief and identity. Thus you ignore it to maintain what you believe. That's the truth. Absolutely. That is the truth. It does. You see me, I'm sitting here crashing it all down here with my light that just came down here on top of me. You can tell we're live for real because that's my light. That was my light that just came down here with it. It scared me to death in the middle of our conversation here. But understand that. All right. So that was the truth coming down right here on top. Okay. But that's the truth when you talk about that when it crushes our belief in who it is that we are. So instead, we operate in this low information space and high opinion space and put out all this information there and be able to get it done. Okay. And so that's really important. All right. And so, like, literally the card catalog at the library. I didn't see you posted that one, Brett. That's absolutely true. These kids, I feel like an old guy when I say this, but these kids, they never will understand the Dewey Decimal System. And being able to understand that in order to be able to research stuff, you had to go through the Dewey Decimal System in order to do it. It wasn't just randomly available on your device or the 3 devices that you have, or to be able to put through with it. You know, back in my day, that's the way it sounds, right? Here's the other thing. I need you to build before you broadcast. Okay? If you really want your opinions to carry weight, back those opinions up with experience, with education, or with insights. Now, that doesn't mean that it needs to take 30 years in order for you to be able to talk about something. That's not it. Education, experience, or insights. So if you go and study the insights and go and look and say, this is the insights into this situation, then that's the way in order for to be able to have really good information. You might, I use the example all the time of Think and Grow Rich, with Napoleon Hill. So Napoleon Hill was not a millionaire or billionaire when he wrote Think and Grow Rich. He went out and interviewed millionaires and people who had tons of money. And so then he used that content that he learned from them in order to be able to write a book. So it's the same thing. You don't have to be the superstar of it and know it all. What we have to do is be able to get some insights into what it is we do. Because if we can get the insights into it, then it can change everything. Okay? If we had some experience in it, then we can use that experience. If we got the education from it, then we use that education that we got with it in order to be able to create. That's what it's really about. That's if we can create that in our business, in our life, then we can get it done. I need us to run away from LIHOs these days. And we are surrounded by them. Low information, high opinion. What I want you to do, we want to create great things. So remember, I'm all about 3 T's or whatever it is that we create. I want to create something that teaches you something. So if I can create you something that teaches you something, I am excited about that. That's a wonderful thing. Okay. If I can create something that, that if I can create something that transforms you, then that really is amazing with that. Because now we can create that transformational moment. But if that thing that we create teaches you something that transforms you and it transcends time, that's what it is. So, Bert, you asked, have you found the people with the highest opinion bucket have the lowest information? Most of the time. Most of the time, because honestly, the more information you have, the less of like an opinion do I need to go out and scream about it on the internet. So because of what we live in now in the internet, people go out and scream stuff immediately and they want to be first. They don't really care about being right. They just care about being first. And that is the way that you win many times in today's, we're in a post-truth society. Okay. So you can just say something. And if you say it first, then people kind of accept it as that's the real thing that's going on. It's a lot more difficult to change something that's already out, to change a narrative that's already out there. Okay. What I want to do is what I think that we should aim for in order to be for us to be able to be better in what it is that we're creating and what we're doing is to be able to create high quality narratives. Because my guy Willie Johnson used to talk about this all the time about truth and lie getting the water and they go skinny dipping, and then lie gets out the water and puts on truth's clothes. Okay, and so the story that he would tell with that is that wherever you find the buck naked truth, there's a dressed up lie right around it. Okay, and so that's the thing. And so the more that we can give solid truths with good facts behind them and be able to move those things forward and be able to push those forward, the better that we are as a society, in my opinion. And that's my opinion. As a society, we're better if we can be able to create that and to be able to have a higher amount of information. Now, that doesn't mean that when we're trying to sell something, that it's about giving your customer a drink of water with a fire hose. No. What we want to do is to be able to create the things that create the biggest change and the best change from it and be able to make that happen. That's what's huge. If we can do that, then we really can be able to create it and do something amazing and do something awesome with it. Okay? So it's really about how it is that we can be able to make these shifts and changes in our life. Okay? Can you do that? I hope so. Don't be a Leo. Be a Leo. That's fine. I'm a Leo. But don't be a LIHO. Okay? Low information, high opinion. Let's be able to build something and be able to build and create the great things and be able to do so and get it done. All right? This is my schedule Sunday. You know, we have our week. Magic Monday is next for me. It's about being able to create that magic in people's business and people's lives. Doing so. Talk about it Tuesdays about talking about my business to every person who it is who I meet. Working Wednesdays about working in my business, not necessarily on my business, and being able to learn something. And then Together Thursday is about how do we collaborate and pull together and be able to do so. And then Follow Up Friday is about how do I follow up on all the things that fell through the crack. And then Sanity Saturday is about how do I do something to keep me sane? So how do we create something where most people who are low information are not interested in and not interested in learning? That's the truth. Okay. So we got to Trojan horse it. You got to put it in something that is attractive, but all of a sudden teaches somebody something. Because if it's not entertaining, we kind of live in the idiocracy. So if it's not entertaining, it's not going to catch people's eyes. So it has to first catch their eye as well. And then we got to sneak and teach them something. We can't just teach them something. We got to sneak and teach them something. And so when we sneak and teach them something, then now they get that, they're able to move forward with that, and they're able to get more and be able to move forward with more from it. That's it, Brad. And so you think about it. If I can find a way to teach somebody something in a fun way, so much fun that they're not even thinking about that we're coming to go learn something, then now we've created something that's transformative. And now we have something that may be able to transcend time. It's difficult. We're aiming at a very high standard with the things we create. We recognize that. But at the bottom, I at least want to teach you something. If I can teach you something, then we're good. But if we can transform, oh my God, that's amazing. But transcend, hey, that's where we have to aim at that high, aim at the moon so we can land in the stars, okay? All right, so you guys have a great, great night. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. My name is Ojinga Carr. I Dream IT. Have a great night. And I'll talk to you. Bye-bye.